Today we're making pizza. Starting off with my basic pizza dough. What you want to do the night before, generally speaking, is prepare the poulash. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's French for the pre-dough. Anyway, so the night before you were going to prepare 400 grams of warm water, 5 grams of yeast, 5 grams of sugar. I'm using agave. There's your bloom to make sure your yeast is still working. Generally you want to do that before you add the flour and make sure that your yeast is active and alive, and then you don't waste flour on non-active yeast. Just a little something, a little tip. And so it's 400 grams of, I'm using 00 flour today. It's one of the recommended pizza flours. And then stirring that in by hand, of course. This the poulash is sets up. It's a little on the runny side because you haven't added all the ingredients yet. You'll do that tomorrow, and just kind of get this mixed up, and then I'll cover it with some plastic wrap. I'll let it sit out on the countertop for about an hour before we put it in the fridge overnight. And things get going, and then I'll put that in the fridge. And then 12 hours later, I'll pull it out in the morning. Sometimes I'll let it sit out for an hour since it's so cold. But basically I'm adding another 200 grams of flour. And then I'm gonna add 15 grams of salt. And then I'll hand mix this at the start, and then I will have to use a hand after it gets too tough for the spatula. So I usually do this early morning of the day I start the wood burning oven. And this is a few hours before I'll start the oven, just to get this going, because this will, after we get this incorporated, we'll let this sit out for another hour, and then before we divide it. Here we go, cleaning out the wood burning oven. One of the things I did with my oven is I put in a removable tile so I can just easily clean up from the last burn, and all that ash just gets swept down a chute that goes around back. Might do a tour of that in a future video, but it makes cleaning a breeze. There's no bucket, there's no shovel. I just simply sweep it down, and it's one of the understated things with my oven is the easy cleaning. And then get that out, and then replace the tile, and then I'm good to go. Put in a kindling bag. Kindling bag is usually sticks that blow down in my yard. I collect them over a season and they're nice and dry, and it only takes one match to get it started. And after the dough's been sitting out for about an hour, it's nice and risen, and I will pull it out and I will fold it a little bit with some flour, but mostly I'm dividing this into pizza balls, dough balls to put for the pizza later. Just divide those into four. You're making 4 separate pizzas with this recipe. And I'll roll those out, put them in my proofing box here. Just put a little oil on the bottom of the box and then place those on the oil so it doesn't stick too much. And then put the lid on and let that sit for about 3 hours. And while I'm waiting for that to rise, I'm making the mozzarella cream. So this is it's a cashew cream that I make for these pizzas, and it's just cashews, onion powder, a little bit of salt, nutritional yeast. I'll put the recipe down in the comments. Garlic, clove, and cornstarch. Well, that was where that came from. Gives it that awesome texture as you're cooking it. Pour that into a bottle so I can just pour it out onto the pizza as I'm making it. Just real simple. Nice cheese to put on these pizzas. Nice lip top lids. In case you don't use it all, you can put it in the fridge. It lasts for about a week in the refrigerator. All right, how's that fire doing? It's looking good. Temperature's up. I cleared the coals to the back edge. And let's get that pizza started now. I alternate in between hand tossed and rolling pin. Some people at the house prefer a thin crust, and so I've been experimenting with getting the rolling pin out instead of the artisan feel. It still has an artisan feel to it. In this one, just going to do a basic marinara. Tomato sauce right out of the jar. Gonna put down some vegan pepperoni after that. And it's just your basic pepperoni cheese pizza. And here goes cashew mozzarella. Let's take that out and put it in. Perfect. Doesn't take too long. The oven's about 600 or 700 degrees. And the key is the side that's of the pizza that's towards the open flame crisps up just a little bit faster than the rest of the pie. Here we are, give it a quarter turn. Do that all the way around until it cooks evenly. Looking pretty good. It's a very nice pizza. Let's take it inside, taste it. Nice crispy texture. Mozzarella turned out really nice. Got a good cook on that. And that's it.